And just get curious. You know what I mean? Like, if it's one thing I want you to do is to be curious about the world around you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never really know where your opinions or values came from. Like, sometimes they're just handed to you by your guardians, by your community, by the people you were around. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's right or it's the truth. You're going to have to get curious on an individual level to go do research and understand things in your own way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes people are just so scared of that because they don't want to be told that everything they know is actually false and not true.
Yeah.
But, like, would you rather go through your whole life knowing this false truth, or age of 25, 35, 50 figuring out, oh my God, this was a lie. Let me go find the truth.
Hello, friends.
World.
Hello, neighbors.
Happy freaking Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And although this holiday, holds the premise of bringing people together, we can't forget the history that American history rewrites. You know what I mean?
And really white colonialism, because indigenous people are like, it obviously, because we're Americans, it's happened here, but it's happened in so many other places too, where indigenous people are being removed from their land, saying they aren't the first ones here.
Colonialism.
Right. And it's obviously not the case. And I'm happy you started out this podcast in this way because, yes, I feel like it is really important to acknowledge that we are all living on stolen land
that was built on the backs of black slaves.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So if you are white, you should be aware of that.
And I encourage people also, because we won't speak to you, after Black Friday or like during Black Friday, I encourage you to shop local, support black businesses. Don't go to like big market places because that doesn't help communities. And this is a big buying day, so I understand people are going to buy.
Yeah.
But I also encourage you to like donate money to like the stuff that's going on in Palestine.
Exactly.
And, like, there's so much going on in the world where your money could be better used than buying an item of clothing.
Don't buy Starbucks.
Yeah.
Because.
That's
all I'm going to say. Go Google it. I don't want our freaking video to get flagged.
I know.
These people hold so much power. If you just do a little bit of research, you'll see how much they run.
Correct.
So just be on the right side of history and do your research and always be aware of what it is that you're supporting with your dollars, because I feel like we work hard. I do feel like you can spend your money however you want to spend your money, even though I do feel like in America, consumerism is such a big issue, and a lot of times we're buying things we don't need to fulfill this big hole that is this void that lives within us because we don't get enough time to ourselves, because we are overworked, because of capitalism. But I do also understand that it's your money, and I get it. I like to shop too. So yes, just to piggyback off of what Maya's saying, support people who actually deserve it. And again, like I said, your buying power is important. So just be aware of like the companies that you're choosing to give your money to, their values align with yours. And a lot of times there's always a paper trail, and you can see where the money of a lot of these companies goes to and what it is that they're supporting. And right now there is very much, I hate even saying it, but it is a genocide that is happening to the Palestinian people. And a lot of these companies are supporting that genocide. Yeah. So you need to, now more than ever, we need to be aware of where our money's going. Yeah. Because if you don't know what you can do for the people of Palestine, let's start there. Don't support the companies that are supporting the genocide that is happening there.
Right. That is one of the biggest ways you can hurt companies, is to not give them your money.
Yeah. Exactly. And you might think, just me. Yes, because guess what? It's not just you. A lot of people are doing it. So if we all live with the same mindset of like, what's me boycotting a company gonna do? that's where we fuck up, because there's power in numbers, and all of us doing it and remembering that, yes, I am powerful and I can make a change. That's when real change happens.
And it's the little stuff that creates the bigger
exactly
move. It's not usually just one big thing that happens and changes everything. Like, yeah, that's great and actually makes it a little bit easier. But oftentimes it's little by little moving the needle to make a big change.
No, seriously. And like, I think a lot of times people look at politics and they look at the government and they're so scared. But really, I promise you, these people in the government, anyone in a leadership position, even your CEO at your company, although they might not seem like it, but they're scared of the majority. They're scared of the people. Because if the people come together and they demand a revolution or they demand change, they know it's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why they always want to prevent mass hysteria from happening. They want to control the reaction that the mass public has, because they know what happens if we were to suddenly see how they're fucking us.
Right.
And we suddenly demand change. Like, that's the scariest thing for them, because they know we're the more powerful being.
Right.
You know? Or the more powerful entity together as a whole.
Yeah. And that's why silencing is such a major tactic of theirs, and something that we have to be very cognizant of in like multiple ways. Again, even thinking about Thanksgiving, or again, what's happening in Palestine right now. Silencing that the main power does. Like, that is such a major tactic that we have to be very aware of. Because it's like, once they actually are able to silence that movement or keep us from learning about it, like, we can't speak up and make them change, right? It's only when we see these actions that we're like, oh fuck, that's really fucked up.
Right. They kind of want to make you forget and distract you. And
exactly.
with the age of technology, it's so easy to distract people, but that's why it needs to be everywhere, and that's why it needs to be spreading like wildfire.
Yeah.
So more people are understanding the severity of the situation and that it's not getting better.
Right. And I understand that it's uncomfortable. These things are not easy, but I genuinely feel like the revolution is happening now. Like, you, like, do you want to be on the right side of history or the wrong side of history?
Yeah.
You know, like, us as a people, I feel like we got really close in like the 60s and 70s of like almost making a change, but we didn't quite do it.
Yeah.
And now I feel like is the time where like we have to make that change, or I genuinely feel like we're doomed as a society. You know?
No, seriously. I mean, if you are in a place where your technology is so advanced that you're able to see what's happening and you're able to witness firsthand the violence that is happening around the world and what's happening to humans, fellow humans, and we are still unable to have the power to fight back and come together, like, then we are doomed, because you're literally seeing it. The proof is there.
Yeah.
You're not hearing about it through a newspaper, the news, like, you're literally seeing it on social media firsthand.
Yeah. And honestly, if you think about it, it's almost like, imagine when it starts happening to you. Yeah. And then nobody's going to come save your ass because you weren't willing to help them either. Literally. And then it's just like a vicious cycle. What? Then we're all out of luck? Yeah. Shit out of luck?
Yeah.
The whole world is blind?
It's insane.
Because nobody was willing to help? And it's like a serious thing, I feel like, that's happening globally right now. It's like we all have to not just think about the self, but like the collective. You know? It's like, yes, it's important to know who you are and like respect yourself and your boundaries and all of this stuff, but also like think of how you connect with other people. Yeah. Like, that is the only way we survive.
Well, I mean, I hate to be cheesy, but like what you see is what you are. You know what I mean? The experience you have with other people and how you view them and you view what they're going through, like, that is essentially going to be connected to who you are. So, like, if you think that you are separated from what's happening to the world, you're not. You're very much feeling it. Even if you're lying to yourself and telling yourself it's none of your business and it's not affecting you, I promise you it is. And sometimes you're not going to know what to say, or you're not going to know if people care. But I've said this before, like, it's up to you to go do the research. I'm not saying you're going to have to write a 20-page paper. You know what I mean? on politics. But like, I full-heartedly believe in you, any age that you are. You could go online, you could Google things, and you could see multiple sources of the same information and just get curious. You know what I mean? Like, if it's one thing I want you to do is to be curious about the world around you. Because you never really know where your opinions or values came from. Like sometimes they're just handed to you by your guardians, by your community, by the people you were around, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it's right or it's the truth. You're gonna have to get curious on an individual level to go do research and understand things in your own way. And I think sometimes people are just so scared of that because they don't want to be told that everything they know is actually false and not true.
Yeah.
But like, would you rather go through your whole life knowing this false truth, or age of 25, 35, 50 figuring out, oh my God, this was a lie, let me go find the truth? I would much rather find it no matter what age I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like turning a blind eye and pretending like you know everything is the most foolish thing you can do.
Yeah. Honestly,
The dumbest person in the room is the
100%.
person that thinks they're the smartest person in the room.
yes.
Because you've told yourself that you don't have to get curious anymore and there's nothing left to learn.
Yeah.
And that is the dumbest thing you can do because you just stopped listening to all this free knowledge that is around you.
Right. Right. It's like you shouldn't be taking this for face value.
Yeah.
You have to go deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I honestly feel like if they're even giving this information to you so easily, like, oh, this is the narrative to tell, that means you have to do more research. Because, like, I'm suspicious. Why are you painting this narrative to be this way? Like, who's controlling it? Who's writing it? Like, you always have to ask, who's the who behind the who? You know, like the why behind the why.
Yeah. Also, I think it's lazy. Like, I have to be honest with you. I think it's
Definitely.
lazy. If you think you know everything and based off what people told you, you know it all. Like, I'm going to assume that you're lazy as fuck. You know what I mean? And I don't know about you. I like to add my own little twang to things. Even if I heard something from someone, I like to go learn more.
Right.
So I have something to add to the story the next time I share that story.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's also powerful too. Like, just because someone said something and it's someone you trust and love doesn't always mean that it's the truth.
Right.
And not always because they're trying to lie to you.
No.
Maybe they didn't even take their time reading something.
Right.
And they just decided to tell you some shit based off of what it is that they read. And their attention span was like 50% there. Now you only know 50% of the information. So if you choose to just go with that, you're leading a false truth. That's why it's important to, again, do your own research.
Right. And, like, you know, people be lying.
Yeah. Again, what I talked about was one aspect, the innocent aspect of people telling you what they think they know. Yes, the more negative aspect that is happening a lot these days is people who are just outright lying and rewriting history and putting a wool over your eyes and telling you that that's how it's always been.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
You gotta be
It's
aware.
crazy. It's crazy.
They want us to be dumb.
No, for
and
sure.
to not know the truth because we're easier to control. That way.
Yeah. Like,
And it's true. It's true. Isn't it easier when somebody is just quiet and not asking hella questions?
and they're scared.
yeah.
You know, people who do the dumbest shit are the people that are scared shitless. You see in movies, who's the one that dies first? The one that's the most fucking scared.
Right. Right.
No, dead ass. Speaking of movies where people die, I watched a new scary movie that I kind of saw everywhere when it came out, but I finally got to see it. Me and Miguel watched it on YouTube. I rented the movie. It's called Talk to Me. Oh my god. And actually the main girl is the main girl in that show you told me everything now, that black girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a horror movie that came out this
okay.
year. It's called Talk to Me, and it was really good. Me and Miguel loved it a lot. And you know I love my scary movies.
Yeah.
And the concept was so different than like other movies I've seen, but it was creepy as fuck.
Where
And
did you watch it and tell me more?
I watched it. So I watched it on YouTube.
Okay.
Or when did I watch it?
No, where?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube. So we just rented it on YouTube.
Okay.
Because I think
Is it an older movie?
No. It
Or
came
new?
out this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in the theaters like I think like 3 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I just remember like hearing about it and people talking about how good it is, and like I told you how I watched The Evil Dead Rise. That was one of the best the horror movies of the year, and I heard people talking about this Talk to Me movie also being one of the best horror movies of the year. So I knew I wanted to watch it. So when we watched it, I was really pleasantly surprised and creeped the fuck out. It's like this like I don't want to give too much away for the people that want to go watch it, but essentially it's this like historical like artifact. These kids like obviously found it, and when you like touch it, you touch it and you say something, and you see a spirit in front of you, and then you say something else, and you let that spirit in you. Oh, yeah, and it made me think. These generations, like Gen Z and under, they're so desensitized. They're like, I don't care about phones no more. I need someone to be inside of me. I need to be haunted. Because nothing hitting no more. Yeah. Like, legit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so fucking crazy.
Very scary.
It's pretty scary and like creepy, and like just the story is so sad. Yeah, literally they getting possessed for fun. Yeah, eyes going black. Scary. They're like that felt good. I'm like, wow, y'all crazy. You playing with the devil. No, and it really just made me think about like how like certain generations like they're just so over this world that they're like, tap me in. I'm trying to go somewhere else.
Right. No, you're so right.
We would go on Omegle to meet people. Right. We're not getting in touch with the freaking spirits.
Right.
I just can't.
It
was giving Jumanji rated R.
Rated R with demonic spirits.
Yeah. Bruh. Yeah.
I'm like intrigued by your summary, but I feel like I couldn't actually watch it.
if you want to watch this and you're scared of spoilers, like go ahead like a minute or two. There was the creepiest part for me, because I know you're not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Is like, of course, the teenagers are doing it, and someone's little brother is there, and he shouldn't be at this party. You know what I mean? And he wants to be cool. Oh no! And his sister's like, no, like you're not gonna do this. But then his sister leaves. And and he decides to do it because the sister's best friend's there, and the best friend's like, fine, but only for like 60 seconds, because you're only supposed to do it for 90 seconds for the spirit to not come with you. Like that's part of the rules.
Oh my god! It takes over him, doesn't it?
It takes over him, and as they're trying to separate him from the artifact, because that's how it pulls, it wouldn't let him, and like he goes to the nearest wall, starts banging his head on it, and then he's like full on possessed because he has to go to the ICU because he's all like his face is all beaten up. Yeah, so he's in the ICU, and when he's in the ICU, the girls like felt bad, so they're like trying to do anything to see how they can like separate the spirit from him. Yeah, and one of them goes into the spirit realm, and she sees him, which is his soul, and all these like demon things are on, like. Sucking on him and like eating him and like gnawing at him.
Oh my god!
It was pretty creepy.
Oh no! That's scary.
I don't know, you haven't even watched it, but you feel it.
I feel like I'm like
I just like directed it for you. I just had to share because it was Scorpio season.
Oh my gosh.
It truly was one of the scarier movies I've seen. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, that sounds next level.
Yeah, and that girl's a really good actress.
Yeah.
But she pissed me the fuck. She's the friend that let the brother.
Oh, gosh.
I'm not going to lie.
She may just be honest with you. Actresses. I
have to tell you this.
Yeah.
After I watched that movie, I removed that show from my...
Did you really?
I'm not going to finish it. I can't ever see her as anything else. I'm sorry. I'm like, this bitch is in this happy show? Bye. I don't know you.
Oh my god.
You possessed, honey.
That is so funny.
No, and I don't do that often. But when it comes to certain scary movies, like it's just... And it's crazy because I saw her in that show before I saw the movie. Yeah. But her character in that movie was just... It kind of reminded me of her in that show.
No, yeah. I was going to say...
she's like distressed. She lost her mom.
She's kind of possessed and...
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to like see that one. And like, when she's going through her shit, I want to be like...
No, you would.
Is she demonic right
because
now? She has moments where she gets...
in the later episodes, like, it's a little triggering.
Oh my god, isn't it crazy that it's like a part of me knew?
Yeah.
My spirit was like, I don't know. I feel
like
she's gonna trigger me.
It's pretty dark.
I mean, I already thought the concept of the show is pretty dark.
Yeah.
I don't know how they need to put like multiple trigger warnings.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they need to have it like in the thumbnail.
Exactly. You know
like
what I mean? Because it just looks so like happy.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, for sure.
I mean, there are happy moments.
Yeah, but
it's still it's really heavy.
Yeah, very.
But anyway, I was excited to finish the show, but after I saw her possessed, I said, "And I'm out."
Yeah, I get that. Because I can picture her in the show that I watched. And that's also probably why I was getting scared about the possessed thing. Because I'm like, ooh, I could so see her doing that.
I know.
She's a really good actress.
Yeah, their eyes would go all black.
Oh my, no, I don't like that, Sarah. I don't like that.
I know. You know, the craziest part about watching a scary movie, it's not the night of... Because I'm usually with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's the next motherfucking day when I'm at home. But I've gotten so much better. When I was younger, it's crazy that I would watch scary movies and I'd be scared shitless for like a week, 2 weeks, a month. I would literally, and I'd still watch it, even though it was a dreadful experience following weeks.
Yeah.
I would just be terrified, like a normal person.
Right.
But now as I've gotten older, because I would think to myself as a kid, like, am I ever going to be not scared? Or am I ever going to, like, watch and, like, not think about it, like, after?
Mm-hmm.
And certain movies, they'll still get you. But truly, it's nice because, like, I feel like the day after when I'm alone, it pops in my head, like, oh, that was scary. And then I follow it up with, it was just a movie.
Yeah.
And also, I'm so spiritually protected, it's not even funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the crazy people, those movies where it's like a human murder.
Yeah.
Those don't scare me as much, even though they should. Because those are more likely to happen.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something like Scream, anything like a gash. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. Or, yeah.
What is that called? Where like, you know.
I'm like a gory movie.
Gory.
But that's not also the right
you know
word
what
either.
It's like
I know, yeah.
Gasher?
Thrasher.
Yes. Okay, like those movies, like I could watch by myself. I could fall asleep to Scream. Or like, you know what I mean? Like those don't scare me. But also I watch a lot of like, you know what I mean? True crime and shit. Like, I'm aware of the fact that people are psycho like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I should be more scared of those because those people are everywhere.
Yeah.
There's murderers everywhere.
Right. But maybe because you're so spiritual that the demons and that crazy shit be like, you know, extra.
I know.
You know, because
right.
you're like, I'm spiritually protected. No average Joe. I mean, you ain't gonna fuck with me, you know? But the spirits.
Yeah. And you know, I tell you all the time with my dreams, like I always have, not always, but I be having dreams where I'm fighting literal demons and I be cutting them up. Someone's gonna come and be like, Sarah, you need protection. Girl, I'm protected. Don't worry.
Right.
You need protection.
You need Oh my gosh.
I'm actually crying.
Oh my gosh. That is too funny. Because I know the look you gave. It's like, worry about yourself.
Oh my god, I'll never forget. One time I was walking by Stonestown. It's a mall by our college. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I was like going into, what was it, sophomore year. I was like at the mall trying to find job applications at any of these stores. Mm-hmm. Fuck all those stores, by the way. I didn't get a job there. Fuck them. But it's okay. I got a job somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that was lit. But anyway, as I was walking there, I was already stressed, like trying to find a job. This lady comes up to me. There's a darkness around you. Like, it's this energy about you. You know what I mean? And I just looked at her and I was like, lady, leave me alone. Like, yeah, that's called like crippling depression and brokenness.
Oh my god.
That's called sophomore year in college.
Right. That's called going through it, but I'm fine, bitch.
No, literally. I'm like, also, how dare you? Like, I just she's lucky she didn't come to me just like a few years later where I was spiritually like more well versed.
Yeah.
Because I would have been like, don't ever read my energy. I didn't ask you to read my energy.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about energies, you weird.
Yeah. Let's talk about you.
Yeah, like what are you doing out here on a mall just waiting to fucking talk to people in their energy?
Right.
And also nothing about you makes me feel safe, seen, or grounded. So do not be giving me any type of readings.
Right. Facts.
And who's to say she was probably actually a crook that was just going around like saying shit like that.
Yeah.
And then being like, for $10,
no,
I'll continue
yeah.
to tell you about you.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like when spiritual people, try to offer you their services.
Yeah.
I full-heartedly believe that you should be reaching out because, and again, not all the time, but I think in most cases, especially in the age of social media right now, be careful who's reaching out to you, telling you that you need a reading.
Yes.
And that, you know what I mean? Like in your DMs and shit.
Yeah.
Because you know how many times I get these DMs like, oh, Grand Rising.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And they try to like kind of pull you into a reading and try to tell you like, I'm getting a message from your divine creator. Like,
right.
It's all bullshit.
It is.
It's all bullshit. And I promise you the best people, you'll find them. You know what I mean? You'll be on the right path and you'll come across a reader that is good for you.
I feel like that's the best way to do it. And like,
and always do your research. See the reviews. Like, those are important.
make sure you vibe with them. It's almost like finding a therapist. You know what I mean? You don't just go to any Joe Schmo.
Exactly.
Like, you want to do a little bit of research. You want to make sure, you know, you get a good vibe from their profile or, you know, their other videos or whatever it is that, you know, how they're exchanging info to you.
Right.
Like Sarah said, you have to do your research. And yeah, be very careful because there is very much an aspect of spirituality where like some people are just predatory.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously too, when you're looking for answers to something, you're in a very vulnerable place.
Yeah.
So you have to trust the energy that is giving you the information because how do you know that they aren't just giving you false information, intentionally trying to hurt you or stealing energy from you?
Actually.
You know, like that's very bad. It's very bad.
It is. It is. Honestly. Oof. It's rough. It's scary.
It is.
And you are very vulnerable when you're going through things. You're obviously vulnerable, and I feel like you just want answers so badly. So if the timing just so happens to align with what you're going through, you can't help but be like, oh my God, maybe it's a sign. But it's like, always be aware of what is offered to you freely at first.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because most people who are using their gifts to give some sort of reading, they're busy. You know what I mean? They're not out here DMing people and like, reading them. You know what I mean? Like, they got shit to do. They have clients. Yeah. They're on a schedule. You know what I mean? So be aware of that too.
Right. And I also just want to quickly say that's different from them being like, I have openings this month or like something, you know, something going on.
So different.
That's
obviously.
them.
We're talking about the unsolicited people that be coming up to you telling you they have this whole story that they need to tell you about the energy that they felt. You know what I mean?
Something's coming your way. Respond to here. No.
Bye. Deuces.
Miss me with that.
No, actually. Or just reply back and be like, I actually see something in you.
It's always fun to flip it.
I love a good flip. It's very confusing. Most people will literally be like, what the fuck just happened?
Right.
Fuck with them back. I love a good fuck with them back.
No, I love it. They make for great stories.
No, they really do. They really do.
Okay. I feel like we have to talk about all of the crazy secrets and drama that have just been coming out
about
during
Diddy?
Scorpio season. Yes, about Diddy, but also like
I know. Kiki,
Donald Trump is about to get charged for lying. You know what I mean? I just feel like shit is getting exposed right now.
Scorpio season never fails to amaze me with all the secrets that come out.
Right.
Like people just all of a sudden being held.
Right.
You know, to the fire.
Yes.
For some shit that they did. It just comes to light. Let's start off with Diddy because I have that written down first. So if you guys don't know, Diddy just got sued by Cassie for years of sexual violence and abuse as early as when she was 19 up until the last time that they saw each other, which was in 2018 when she had asked for a divorce and he snuck into her room and raped her. This shit is crazy. I actually read the entire article and the details of the abuse that he put her through were honestly so hard to read.
Yeah.
He literally would allegedly hire sex workers and would make Cassie have sex with them, different ones all the time in front of him. And he even provided her with drugs, and she said at some point she became dependent on these drugs and in fact wanted to be on them while she was having sex with these sex workers because it gave her an opportunity to disassociate from what was happening to her. And he was constantly, allegedly, beating her, kicking her. There was this one story of when she tried to sneak out of a hotel room to get away, and he grabbed, I believe was a vase, allegedly, and threw it at her head in the hotel hallway, and then also paid the hotel to get the footage.
Yeah. No.
It's fucked. And I believe it. I've always thought there was something shady about Diddy. Like, something about his energy. Like, that Scorpio man it gives evil. It gives power hungry.
Toxic.
And I just, it's like, it's not the first thing that's come out about Diddy. Like, I feel like he's just made shady decisions his whole life.
Yeah.
And he is definitely sitting on blood money, in my opinion. A lot of blood money.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, first of all, I'm so proud of Cassie for coming out, sharing her story, and I'm happy that this is finally, maybe he's going to be, like, held accountable.
I know.
In some type of way.
And I'm sad, though.
I know. It seems like he's only having to pay out that money.
Well, the thing is, like, she didn't file a criminal lawsuit.
Oh.
So I think a lot of people are kind of like, of course, not the good people. Like, it's always going to be these toxic men.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, look at her. She just wanted to pay out. First of all, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Even if that were true.
Yeah.
And she did file a criminal lawsuit, but then she decided to take the pay cut. She went through years of abuse. I don't give a fuck what she wants. If she wants that, she can have that.
Right.
We already know how much a witness is put through when they actually go through with the case in the court. So I would not even blame her one bit if she didn't want to go through with that.
No, you're so right.
Do you know how fucking traumatizing it is to sit in front of your abuser and recount the stories that made you feel so small?
Yeah, and have a lawyer
please
dehumanize you.
Literally.
And,
bring
probably, say all kinds of terrible things about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's honestly so sad. And I don't know if you know, I mean, you know her. You know, what's her name? Fuck. Azealia Banks. Like, we know how, like, obviously she's wild. But when she goes on her rampages, like, she be spitting some truth. You know what I mean? And, like, when someone's that crazy, sometimes you can't help but believe the shit they say because they have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, she had posted, like, it's, like, been known that, like, Cassie was, like, his slave.
Oh, shit.
And that, I guess, allegedly at one time, Diddy had beat her up so bad that Cassie had to go to Hawaii for 3 weeks so no one would see her face.
Damn.
And anytime anyone would be interested in Cassie, allegedly, Diddy would... I keep saying allegedly because that motherfucker got money.
Right. Don't come for me now.
Literally. My spirit team's stronger than yours. He would get super possessive and jealous whenever anyone showed interest in Cassie. One of those was Kid Cudi, and he actually blew up Kid Cudi's car thinking he was gonna be in it.
Yeah.
And Kid Cudi confirmed this.
Yeah.
He's just absolutely insane. And I just know. Even if this lawsuit isn't gonna be the one that brings him down. I think it's starting.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I definitely think so too, because there's so many people who have stories. You know what I mean? Like, one of the other really people who's always been vocal is the girl from Danny Kane.
Yeah.
And
Aubrey.
I know a lot of videos are resurfacing of her, you know, talking about how she's like, I didn't grow in my career because I wasn't willing to do things that he asked me to do.
Exactly.
So
it's honestly insane.
Yeah, I think it is just the beginning.
And also,
I
his
really hope it
ex-wife,
is.
Kim Porter, died, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there is some weirdness around that situation as well.
Right.
Because apparently before before she died, she was gonna come out with a tell-all. Yeah, so that's crazy. And another crazy thing is there is this amazing psychic. Her name is Sloan Bella. 5 months ago, she, I guess, connected with Kim Porter's spirit. And, you know, you can believe what you want. If you're not spiritual, I don't know why you're here. We're very spiritual. Right. I believe her. And so do the good people of TikTok and Twitter.
Yes.
She connected with Kim Porter's spirit. And Kim revealed to her that she was killed, poisoned with metals, because she was going to out Diddy on the sexual shit he was doing as part of a religious cult.
Oh.
And, I mean, I wholeheartedly believe it. I think you just do a little research about Hollywood and everything that goes down. And all these, I'm not saying all famous people, all celebrities are into this shit, but I'm saying a lot of them are. And a lot of them give culty energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the Church of Scientology is not the only cult. It may be the most popular one that, like, people, like, know about and see documentaries on. But I feel like there's plenty of other cults that are just so well hidden.
Yeah.
That a lot of these celebrities are a part of. And I just genuinely feel like the world is filled with a lot of low vibrational beings that are desperate for power and are willing to do just about anything to get it and maintain it.
Oh, yeah.
Whether that is using other people, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's even just very cult-like because the music industry and, I mean, film industry, like, there's so many sloppy ones, but, like, it's cult-like because they are very quiet about it. You know, it's very like, don't ask, don't tell. And when you have that type of mentality, a lot of abuse and bad shit can happen in a cycle because nobody's sharing what's going on.
It's true. And when you think about it, celebs are in front of the whole world, right? They have this reputation. They have a lot of followers. They're on the magazines. They're in the media. So who would have the most to lose if they were outed? These people that are very much, you know, in the media, these celebs. So I think it comes with the territory of like, well, guess what? You have all this fame and money that can easily be taken away from you if I tell everyone what you're into. Yeah. It's almost like they want to catch them doing something. They want to catch them at the wrong place. Yeah. They bring them around to these parties. Yeah. These underground parties where these rituals are happening. And they're kind of forcing you to fit in, and if they get one good video of you, you're their bitch forever.
Yeah. It's fucking toxic. It's crazy.
It's crazy. And I mean, I hope this video doesn't get flagged, but because we're spitting some fucking crazy ass truth. Right. It's honestly insane. There's a lot of hauntings. If you just look up the history of Hollywood and Los Angeles, a lot of hauntings, a lot of cults. It's honestly the hot spot for cults. Yeah. Los Angeles. So do with that what you will. Just go Google it and you'll find some great stories and great documentaries.
You're gonna find some weird shit, man.
It's very true.
You'll go down a good
Money will make people do just about anything. Money and power will make people do just about anything, and they'll make deals with all kinds of beings in order to get it. And that's very dangerous because I do think you ultimately start to lose your humanity and your soul. Yeah. When you start offering up other people's.
Oh yeah,
yours is long gone. If it's not even yours to offer up anymore, you're out here offering other people's. Right. And I feel like that's what people like Diddy want to do.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to lose touch with your humanity and your power because now it's theirs for the taking.
Yeah.
And they can do with it what they want because
Right.
you owe them. You wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for me.
Oh, it's so sick. He's such a sicko, sick man, and I hope he gets taken down. Like, he has so much fucking money.
I know. I know.
The money isn't
That's why
enough.
Like when you said, like, I'm so proud of Cassie, like, same. Like,
Mhm.
I'm so proud of her because this is so scary. Like, you're
Yeah.
going against someone so powerful, rich, has all these connections. So
Very
many
well
people
connected.
scared of him.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I had this hope that, like, maybe it would go somewhere more.
Yeah.
But if the settlement is ultimately what's going to make Cassie happy, then I'm okay. Obviously. I mean,
Yeah.
not that she needs me to be okay with it. But, like, I'm happy for her.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's courageous enough to put that out there.
Yeah.
And let the world know your story, even though I'm sure. And she has nothing to be ashamed of, by the way.
No.
This is something that was done to her. This is she's the victim
She's a
here.
victim.
But you feel shame.
course.
Even when you're a victim in that, you can't help but feel shame. So it's very scary to tell the world what you were put through. So I'm proud of her for doing that.
For sure.
And for getting back something.
Right.
You know, like 20 million.
Right. Can I just say, though, too, that has to be, like, the quickest settlement turnaround in the entire fucking world.
Literally. I'm sorry, it was 24 hours.
He was like, cut
She's
that
like,
shit.
cut that shit. Get the mic. Cut the mic.
Right.
I was talking to Miguel. I'm
Woo!
like, what I would do to be
A little fly on the wall.
on the wall when he sees that shit, when his team is there. I bet you he was smacking that shit. I bet you he was fucking... He was fucking. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Fucking someone very aggressively
Yeah, probably.
while it was happening.
Yeah, probably.
Because that's how he takes out his anger.
Yeah.
Because he's a crazy man.
Gross.
He's so gross.
Oh,
He's nasty.
I know the type.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not completely at that level, but, like,
yeah.
still know the
No,
type.
it's gross.
It's really gross.
It's Scorpio at its lowest vibration.
Yeah.
Voldemort.
Voldemort. No, like, no rules, no remorse, no
No, at all.
respect.
No, I mean, I have
selfish.
to be honest. Like, I don't know anything about his childhood. I could almost bet he's gone through some shit, and he feels like this is his consolation prize.
Yeah.
For everything he went through, he gets to put people through this.
Yeah.
I don't know what Diddy's upbringing was like. Do you?
No, I don't.
It's always interesting to look
Yeah.
back in the childhood.
I know.
Of someone
I wanna-
so
now I
evil,
wanna do
just
some
to
research.
just to see. If you want us to do some research and come back to you,
Yeah.
we'll do that.
I kind of want to know
Unless
more of his
Diddy
chart, too.
Kills us.
Right.
Just
don't see
know,
another video.
just know who it was.
You'll know Diddy took us out.
Call my lawyer. I don't have a lawyer. Oh God. Okay, what's the other
funny.
secret thing you want to talk about?
The other secrets that have been popping off, I mean, we quickly talked about them, but like Keke Palmer and her filing for domestic, a restraining order because he was being violent towards her and towards like the baby too.
That is insane.
Fucking crazy. And all like it's just wild to think back a couple months.
I know.
About her going to the Usher concert.
Yeah,
because this is all really.
I know. It's the story always writes itself during Scorpio season. Like the shit comes out, as we said. Because I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Don't lie now. We want to hear it.
So all that shit came out about her going to the Usher concert.
Yeah.
We were all like, Keke, like, fuck him. Like, you deserve better. Of course he's jealous of you. Da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like, you're the one that has the money. I'm not gonna lie. When she posted with him, like, they were kikiing again, like, literally, like, 2 weeks after.
I know.
I feel like I had to, like, again, who am I to be like, I support. But I feel like I had to be like, okay, but internally, why did she, like, shove it under the rug so quickly? Like, I'm just like... He really did embarrass the fuck out of his woman and the mother of his child in front of the whole world. Then to see this come out, I'm like, I fucking knew it. Like, this man is not good. Like,
Yeah.
like you should have stuck with your gut the first time when you decided to probably have a little break from him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's showing his insecurity in the
Yeah.
way. He showed his insecurity in that first post.
Mm-hmm.
You're a mother. Like, okay, aggressive.
Right. No, exactly that. Like, because why are you so pressed?
Yeah.
You know that she's a celebrity. She really wasn't out here looking all crazy or nothing.
No, at all.
So, like, it also made me start thinking, like, I mean, I already thought he was, like, not much, but I started to think, like, oh, you are a manipulative man,
Yeah.
or you're, like, some type of toxic kind of man.
Yeah.
To hear that it's violence is very
It's concerning.
concerning,
It's sad.
upsetting.
Yeah.
And I just feel bad for my girl. You know, I
Yeah.
fucking love Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
She deserves so much better than this.
She
but
does.
also, like,
No, like, and I hate that. That's the sad part about, like, having a child with someone. Like, you're
Yeah.
forever connected.
I know.
And I can only imagine what it's like for her. Because it seems like they were romantically involved, too. So she's, like, mourning the loss of, like, a relationship. You know what I mean? It's not just the father of her child that's like this. Like, they were very much together. And now she's, like, going through the hardship of realizing, like, the person she loves and the father of her child is not good for her, you know? And then having to go through it publicly in front of the whole world is also probably embarrassing and annoying, and, like, that's the last thing she needs.
Right.
And I hate that. I hate that for her. I hate that he's embarrassing her. I hate that he's fucking violent. I hate that she's stuck with him. I just hate it. I hate it all. So be careful who you have sex with, kids.
Literally.
You're stuck with them forever.
I understand my mom so much more now.
Yeah.
And I am so happy. I, like, you know, honestly, had those, like, slightly little awkward conversations when I was, like, hooking up with people. Like, hey, you got a condom? You know, protecting myself, making sure that I'm not getting knocked up by some fucking nasty rando.
Loser.
I mean, not randos, but, like, I call them randos now because they're gross.
No, they are. And they're scum
Like,
of the earth.
thank
And
God.
where did you even come from?
Right.
And where are you going to go? I say through that little hole in the wall.
Right.
Because you a little rat.
Now scurry down to the gutter. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on our very special Thanksgiving podcast.
Thanksgiving special.
I want to know, what was your favorite thing that you ate today?
And your least favorite.
Yes.
And this is a safe space.
Yes.
So roast your aunt's green bean casserole.
Right. Tell me that chicken was dry. Turkey or whatever.
Honestly, I hate
You
turkey.
Can have whatever. You hate turkey?
I do. No, I'll eat it. I'm not like gonna be like, the turkey. Like, when have I ever been that person? But turkey is not my top choice of
it's not your preferred
meat.
meat?
Definitely not.
Wow.
Dry ass turkey.
Wow.
Like, even if you can make it moist, but you know damn near not everyone can make it
no,
moist.
it's hard to
and
make
my
it
family
moist.
makes a damn good turkey, but I'd rather have chicken or steak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or salmon.
I
Literally
really,
so many other
right.
or shrimp. No, not shrimp. Yeah. Shrimp hasn't been hitting for me lately.
Really?
Yeah, and you know I love shrimp.
I know.
I think I just need a break.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was kind of shocked that you said no shrimp.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I feel like shrimp isn't very Thanksgiving-y.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
But also,
all.
you can have whatever you want on Thanksgiving.
Wait, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Not side dish, not main.
Yeah, probably like the mashed potatoes, or I like the yams.
Oh, okay, yum.
I love a sweet yam. And mac and cheese.
Oh,
yeah,
yum.
I'm more about the sides
Yeah,
than
I feel like the sides are the best
you know?
part.
Yeah, like
The sides are the fucking best part.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm here for.
yeah. Yeah. And my stepmom, she makes this really weird, like, sweet marshmallow fruit thing. It sounds really weird, but with all the savory, salty stuff, it's like a nice balance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, like
I love
you
a
have to
good
have something
cranberry
sweet.
sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this apple crumble, oat crumble pie. Yeah.
That sounds
That
Hawaiian.
I got it from Trader Joe's. And you pop it in the oven and like it cooks so you can take it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I got.
That
That's
sounds
what I made.
delicious.
I'll probably take that with a bottle of wine. Be like,
Cute.
I'm here.
I'm here. Ready.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was a long ass outro. We love you guys.
So much.
Hope you're enjoying this beautiful holiday, and I hope you have the day off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Thanksgiving is just so fun when you get to lay there and contemplate life.
Yes.
And hopefully our faces are right in front of you as you're contemplating said life.
Yes.
All right?
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.